What up, Herd? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives for February 1st, as well as the store exclusives that were just recently announced. And with us, as always, is Team Nerd Herd. Mr. Morello, how are you and the family doing today?
Everybody's great. I just kicked out the family. My family's loud. My family's loud. So, but little Deo had to show off his new RC. He was pissed off just like the rest of us 80s babies. He walked into my closet. He saw all the boxed Transformers, and he goes, "Where's the pink girl?" And I'm like, dude, that's what we've been saying for 35 years. Why did they never make RC? And he got his RC yesterday, so he's super excited about RC.
That's awesome.
It's a good day in the Morello household when a little kid wants the girl toy, which is pretty awesome.
Damn right.
But yeah,
I love it.
Everything's good. My wife and kids are gonna have a snow day tomorrow. Metro Nashville refuses to ever cancel school, so I'll have a stupid lame 2-hour delay, which will actually just screw everything up and not actually help anything, and that'll be just as dangerous at 9 o'clock as it was at 7 o'clock. So,
well done, way to go!
I'm super psyched to be here, as I always am.
All right, good to hear. Awesome. Good to hear. And Jeff, how are things going, man? Love the review of Last of Us episode 3.
Oh, dude, episode 3, yeah. So well
done. You guys can blame me for being the show starting late. I overran it by a minute.
It was hard not to. I don't want to spoil anything. It was hard not to cry last night.
Yes, it's if you don't know anything about the game, you watch this episode. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a little early in the season for that.
Yep.
Story arc. If you're if you're in the game camp, you're gonna go, really? Episode 3 already with those guys?
And they changed it pretty drastically from the actual story itself.
I thought they did a lovely job with it, though. I really think they did a tasteful, really, really lot of feel, great tone of the episode. Really, really great tone.
Completely agree. But I'm so glad I'm here now. And we talk about the covers. I didn't even get a chance to look at them. I've been so busy all day. So I can't wait. Big Rob, what's going on?
Nothing. Just chilling like a villain. Happy to be here Monday night. Cover lovers and see what kind of cool covers we have for tonight.
I see we're in a different room, sir.
Yeah, going old school tonight.
You awesome. Got to be in your little man cave for today, right?
We got the Christmas lights today.
All right, guys. Before we get started, got to give quick shout outs to our sponsors here. One of them being Cover Price. Make sure to use code Nerdvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And also shout out to Bird City Comics. So if you guys don't know, please use TNH10 to save 10% off your purchases over at Bird City. And a quick shout out to our resident DJ, Beats by Monster. Eddie, thank you so much. And our 4 horsemen, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanime, and Glenn 2K. Thank you guys so much for making the community what it is and the chat what it is. And speaking of chat, let's just jump right in here. I mean, we know we've had GT Key up in here. We have, Fight the Good Fight. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Also, Lord of Brooklyn. Hey, what is going on? And Apollo, yes, we do have a Peach Momoko cover today.
I know which one it is too.
That's
Damn.
right. It's Sam I Am. What is going on? Yeah. We'll see what the panel has to say. We'll see what the panel have to say. And then GTK. Doreen, what is going on? Thank you for stopping by. Rudy, what is up? Namish, thank you for stopping by, and good evening, sir. And I believe we might be all caught up except for Mr. Hip Hops and me, Steve. Thank you for stopping by. And again, great show that you guys had just a little while ago. You know, movies and shows with that review. Love it. Love it. All right, guys, let's just dive right into it. So these are the incentives that are coming out February 1st. Or if you're a DC guy, well, guess what? It's coming out tomorrow. So here we go. And our first one up is Bloodline, A Daughter of Blade #1. We have 1 in 25 by Rian Gonzalez, a 1 in 50 by Edge, and a 1 in 100 by Big Rob's favorite artist, Maria Wolf. That's right, Big Rob. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts?
You had to go to me first, right?
Yeah, you have to pick one. We know who's going to pick Maria.
Well, it's certainly not me. I can't believe I'm going to say I like the Rian Gonzalez the best. The colors are cool. I'm not a huge fan of her style, but it's the best of the three. They're all pretty bad though. The trade dress is horrendous. Thanks for that, Marvel. As always, terrible trade dress. This is not a good launch for this book. I'm not impressed at all with any of these. But if I had to go with any of them, I'd go with the Gonzalez, I guess. That the Edge looks sort of amateurish, and we've already ripped on Wolf enough on this show. I'm gonna give a hard pass to ripping on her further, but the Gonzalez is at least I can look at it. I might actually take the Gonzalez home. The other two I would never take home.
Oh my goodness!
I'd flip them in the shop like instantly.
Wow. Okay. All right. Big Rob, what are your Maria Wolf? Yes.
Obviously, it has purple, it has neon pink, and it has a crazy art style. It just totally reminds me of those bumper stickers from back in the day, man. That's where it gets me. So I'm going with that. I do like the Ryan Gonzalez. I think it's pretty. It's her style. It's her signature. I don't really know what the hell's going on in that image she drew, but it's okay. The Bloodline, the Edge, 1 in 50. That's kind of boring. Colors are interesting, but it's boring. And I just like the Maria Wolf funky style of just chaos. Her line work, it's just all over the place, but I love it. It's just something about it catches my attention. So I'm not 1 in 100. I think there is a regular trade dress for that one, for the Maria Wolf, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. But that one's if I had to pick one, that's one I picked. Not for $100, that's for sure.
All right, and we know that Jeff is going to take Rian Gonzalez, right, Jeff?
Well, first of all, that Maria Wolf is not even going to go for $100, so you don't worry about that. Because if it is, I feel sorry for the market.
For me, it's priceless.
As in not worth anything?
Yeah, that's basically what it is, right? Yeah, it's definitely no Mona Lisa.
Your opinion, sir. Your opinion.
It is. It is my opinion. I don't like his smile, I don't like his ears, whatever. It's all weird. I don't like the Edge either. It's just whatever. It's so plain. It's not an incentive cover. Honestly, the Rian Gonzalez I don't even think that's an incentive cover either. It's so I don't know. It's just kind of whatever's too, but it is a little bit her style of drawing. This is a little bit different from her normal style, like from her DC books that she does for Batgirls. This is not so overly cutesy, not so overly animated. Anime. So I kind of dig it, and she's pretty good at the monster stuff too, so it's cool. I like it. Just not incentive.
And you're right, Rob. The wolf is the B cover with trade dress.
Okay.
And-
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm looking.
So
At it.
Big Rob's like, I'm getting that B cover right there. Cover B, baby.
I'm not being a completionist. I just don't care about the damn stupid bloodline, the daughter blade, whatever
The
thing. So
daughter blade, yeah.
yeah, so it's not worth it for me. I'm not a big blade guy anyway. So whatever.
Just give us Tuma Dracula back, for God's sake. Do a good Blade book, and
There you
let's
go.
not worry about spinning shit off. Ugh,
Yeah, Tomb of Dracula would have been all over that for sure.
God, yeah, all day.
All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, here we go. Apollo, we have your favorite artist here. And also, Mike, we have your favorite artist. Peach Momoko at a 1 in 100 for Demon Days. It's or Demon Wars. And we have a 1 in 25 by Crease Lee. So since we started off with you, Mike, let's start off with Big Rob. Big Rob, of the two, which one would you choose?
Neither, because I hate the character design. And Momoko looks like somebody just threw up on the fucking paper. But
Jesus.
Which is on brand.
yeah, it literally looks like the color of like those colors. It does look like somebody just threw up on the damn thing. I guess the Demon Wars, because at least it's I know it's supposed to be more of an anime style, and that reminds me of anime. So it has that vibe. I just don't care at all for the character designs. So, but if I had to pick one, I'll definitely do the Crease Lee, the 1 in 25, and it's obviously going to be a lot cheaper. I don't think none of the, well, I don't know. Momoko fans are crazy. They might pay $100 or more for this shit. So
They will.
I mean, again, it's a virgin 1 in 100. That means there's got to be a trade dress, right?
She did a bunch of covers for this. She's got like 3 covers for this book. It's her book, so
there's some decent covers on here. You can buy like the Warren Johnson. That's like a samurai cover. It's really cool. Or the Panosian variant. There's some that I think the same character, but just drawn so differently. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, these actually kind of pulls are trash.
Jeff, you had to pick.
Have to pick.
ugh,
I think these are worse than the last choices.
Yeah, they are.
Gosh, no, there's not a hard choice. It's the Crease. Yeah, I sometimes too much is it's just too much on Momoko. It's just too much, and the stylization of it is just a little over exaggerated for me. At least, it's not the style I would like from her. It's just too much. Yeah, but of course the Crease looks very, digital. So
There's another Momoko variant that's like somewhat decent on the same book.
yeah. I think
Okay.
it's a regular cover. I don't know.
I mean, if she draws 5 covers, she's gonna get one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this week it's her Spider-Man. That's the okay one.
Okay. I'll have to check
Yeah,
that
man.
one out.
I don't know if it's for Spider-Man. It's a Spider-Man cover. I'm not sure if it's for Spider-Man.
Oh
or
my
not.
god.
I forget.
Yeah, the Johnson's the best one.
So when you play a video game and it's one of those games like open world and you talk to characters and they scroll their stuff and then it gives you options for things that you can say back to them.
Uh-huh.
And you have to choose between shit you would never say in that situation.
Damn right.
That's this versus right now. That's me having to say something in like Breath of the Wild or whatever that game is that I would never say, either one that I would never say. Like I think yesterday I ran into a character in the desert or something like that, and I'm supposed to either say I'm your dream guy or I've got nothing to say to you, and I'm like, I wouldn't say either of those two things. Why are those my choices?
Because they are okay.
So that's where I am on this one. I would not choose either one of these. I guess if you had a gun to my head, I would choose the Crease because it's only going for $10, and then I would also tear it in half, just like I would with the Momoko. The Momoko selling for about $50, which is good news that Momoko fans are completely off their rocker on this one. But even 50 is insane for this piece of art? Question mark. Yeah, the Crease is the winner, but only just barely.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Hopefully, there's something a little bit better in the next slide. So how about this one here by Riley Brown, a 1 in 25 for Lazarus Planet. Legends Reborn #1. All right, Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
Is that the question? Because I was going to ask that.
It is the question.
Okay, because I was like, this artist just cheaped out on the damn details of the face.
No, it's the question. Female question.
Yeah.
And is that the trench? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Are those the trench monsters? Is that what those are supposed to be?
It could be. It could be.
It's
Lazarus
Piranha Part 4. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's better than what we've seen so far. God, I guess this is how you get a DC incentive to look decent. But this is
after trash.
Apollo is right. It just does look like a splash page. It looks like a part of the inside. But at least the monsters look cool. And I'm always cool to watch see the question, but question you could have done without even the question on there.
Or could have been a silhouette.
Just in case people don't know who it was.
Yeah, but I mean, at least the monsters.
People are still not going to know who it is.
Art's okay. Yeah, but not. Again, it's not an incentive for DC. I don't think it's worthy.
Okay. Mike.
I agree. It doesn't look at all like an incentive. It just looks like an OKB cover, but it's not terrible. It's got decent depth and perspective to it. I like the reflections in the water. I could do without like the angle tilt thing going on. I mean, that's like it's a stylized choice, I guess, but it's unnecessary and kind of distracting on a cover that already isn't that great to begin with. It's an okay. This would be a great splash page. If I was reading the book and I opened up to this page, I'd be kind of impressed about this being interior art. But I certainly don't see it as a cover, and I certainly don't see it as an incentive cover. So I might choose this if it was one of the cover price books.
Mm-hmm.
I might choose this, but I think there's actually a couple of better covers for this book this week anyway. Regular A's and B's, if I remember right. So, it's a pass.
Big Rob.
It's a horrible week for incentives. I just want to say that first. This is just boring. I leave it at that. Let's move on. This just sucks.
Okay. All right. That was a quick one. All right. How about this one right here? Venom, a 1 in 25 by Chris Boccolo or Bocciolo. Mike? And I got the nice little face palm.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna do it in real life. It's not good. First of all, there's way too much negative space.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I guess, is he eating the seagulls? Is that what is supposed to be happening? Is that like, or are they just is he asleep and they're resting in his mouth? I think it's trying to be like Scotty Youngish, and it fails at doing that. Like some of the Scotty Young covers are at least amusing. I think this one's trying to be funny and isn't. So it's just sort of like misses the mark on all counts, and it isn't really that great of a composition either. At the same time, there's no good use of space. Too much white. Blah. It's trash. Again, here we are, 4 for 4. Trash.
Oh, Big Rob.
I like the idea because what it's trying to do is replicate what those birds they hang out with the alligators, sit on the alligator's back. The alligator will open its mouth and they'll clean their teeth out for food.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what the birds are doing. This would have been a great if you could have done a crazy like jungle background with trees or like waterfalls. He could have gone all out on the background, but he didn't because I don't know why. He's obviously probably rushed. This probably must have been a last minute thing. I don't understand. I don't know the story, what's going on with Venom, so I don't understand the character design on Venom here. And the art is pretty generic. It's nothing. It's not a 125. If it had a background, I'd say it would have been a decent cover, A or B. But since there's no background, I gotta just say this is a total skip, and this is not good at all because the background just was horrible.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Jeff.
Okay. I'm a little agreement with Big Rob. I like the concept that he was going for, but the execution is absolutely not there. It looks like Chet laying on.
Chet. Oh my God.
He's laying
From
on
Weird Science.
Yes.
Right? Like he's just a blob I can't make out exactly what it is. It looks really or
Shit.
like a
That's gross, dude.
or it's Slimer with teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just really weird looking. And the fact that he's it looks like he's in a pool or at least at the beach, right? Why is the background just plain white? I don't get it.
Because lazy.
Yeah.
He didn't have
He had
he
to
try
be
hard.
rushed. He had to be rushed. There must have been like a last minute thing.
Yeah, but when's the last time you've seen a Chris Bacalo cover though? Like he's rushed from what?
I mean,
I don't know. It must have been, like totally last
all
minute.
the work that he's doing.
he couldn't dry brush it blue, like sky blue. Like seriously, he couldn't dry brush that.
I don't know. You know, it looks like a evil Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's just it's bad execution to me. It's completely lazy. It's yeah.
Nice.
You're right. We spent 2 more minutes on here than we should have on this cover.
The Bjorn Beren's Planet of
the
the Apes cover for this book is way better. If you have to have a Venom book this week, that's the one you should be buying.
Yeah.
All right, and you know what? We agree with you, Chad. I mean, this week's incentives. I mean, yeah, they're pretty bad, but it's not us. It's what DC, Marvel, and all the independents are putting out.
Ooh, look at you, Quadrophenia. Ooh.
Yep. And it's Sam I Am, same thing. It's like, oh, roughest start. Yes.
Rough start.
Yes.
People make some bad decisions with these incentives.
Please get better. Please get better.
All right, here we go. Can we
recover?
Can we recover with this Ken Lashley 1 in 25 for Miles Morales Spider-Man number 3? Jeff?
Okay, better. Not much better, but better. I wish he maybe had rendered this a little bit differently. I wish it had a little bit more of a darker tone to it. Not so much shininess to it. It probably would have looked a lot better. That could have helped, but it's I wouldn't buy it, and I'm collecting all Miles, but it's just whatever. I mean, unless there's something special in the book, it's definitely not worth $25 to me. Just not off the cover alone. Okay. And I like Ken Lashley's too.
Mike?
Yeah, this is barely an okay A cover. It's not horrible. It's just super generic. I like the purples. I know Rob will like the purples too. And I like that it's tied into the color of the trade dress this time. So that's kind of a nice touch. So the overall aesthetic of the book isn't bad. It's just, this is not an incentive. This is just an A cover and a forgettable A cover at that.
So Mike, really quickly.
Yeah.
Which way is Miles pointing? Is he looking at us on the street?
Yes, looking down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the perspective above him.
Yeah.
There is a spire or a tower.
Yep.
It's pointing up.
You're right. You're right. 2 of them. Yep. Actually. Yep. So he's upside down, looking down at us. We're on the street. He's on the building.
All right, Big Rob. Oh man.
Oh, Big Rob is muted.
He must hate it so much that he is just quiet. Yeah. Oh man, he's still quiet. He must not really like this cover.
He doesn't want
he's like, move it on.
Rob, I love it.
He doesn't want anyone to hear all the curses.
So what I was saying about how I wanted it darker. So he's on like a billboard that's lit up. I need the back of him to be darker, right? I need that contrast. Because if it's lit up in front of him, behind him is going to be a little bit darker. He's going to create a shadow of some sort.
Not only that, but there should be a lot of light on his front.
Yes.
From the neon sign, right?
And then the back of him should be, so he should be front lit, and then the back of him should be in shadow, really.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully Big Rob won't be in shock or speechless for this next one. Here we go.
There
Scarlet Witch, 1 in 25 by Alex Maleev. Wow, look at that, Mike! You're celebrating already. Oh, yes. Big Rob's checking his stuff. All right, Jeff.
He checked out. He ain't checking this stuff.
He was like, "I'm done, guys. I'm done."
Okay,
but come on, this Maleev.
So, I like Maleev's. this is gonna be it's not a fair because I just saw all those covers before this, so this makes it look even extravagantly better. So I'm gonna calm myself down. I like it. I like I like how he shows her power, that like the way he kind of colored that in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool effect. And I like that it's reflecting off her on her side of her face as well. That's the details on that is so good. The top of her chest, it's a little bit lighter as well because of the magic. And just the way she's sitting too, he didn't everything looks proportioned. So it's not off. I like it. It's really cool, actually. It's definitely a 1 in 25 for sure. Best 1 in 25 seen so far today. it could have gone for a 1 in 50, in my opinion. So.
Nice. All right, Mike.
Yeah, I think this is a gorgeous cover for a lot of reasons, most of which Jeff already said. But that whole effect near her face with her power and the lighting and the rendering of her face, and not making her too like overly sexualized. She's just sort of pretty and kind of ethereal.
Or not crazy.
Yeah, a little crazy. There's obviously still some sexiness going on too with that hip, and obviously the bust line, and some very sort of like, her clothing already is sort of that way. But I mean, Maleev is a talent, and when he's on, man, some of those covers that he's done are crazy good. And I think this ranks right up there. This is clearly an incentive book. This screams incentive to me. I would pay $25 for this gladly. I kind of want one. I also like red characters that they pop nicely. It has sort of just enough impressionism in it to kind of feel a little like Simmons, Sienkiewicz-y, that kind of. Maleev always feels that way when he's on as well. So it's got just enough of that, but not too much to turn people off. Because, like you said, it's in proportion and it's not all crazy, weird, proportions and sort of measurements, if you will. I love this cover. I think it's really, really well done. It's classy. This is a great cover. As Laura would say, this is an evergreen cover. And
I like how he throws in the color of the splash of purple, and red and black in that background.
Yeah, this is a talented artist, and it shows on this cover.
No, I agree with all of you guys. This is a great cover. I do like and you guys have pointed it out, like the background behind her. I like how it's like the universe or space. I kind of like that. It makes her seem extremely powerful, that she's on the same par as like Thanos or some of those gods out there. So, I mean, it's a fantastic cover. I like how the use of the paint, the brushing. I mean, it's fantastic. And again, like to Jeff's point and to Mike's point, the use of light from her powers. I mean, it's fantastic from her chaos magic. I love it. This is a great cover. All right, and moving on to the next one. Here we go. This is DC's Harley Quinn Romances one shot, and this is a 1 in 25 by Elizabeth Torque. I know you're laughing, but I love this cover, right? I mean, come on. Come on. Where's Fabio? Look, you got Fabio on the
That's
cover.
what I was about to say. I was like, this looks like the cover of a Fabio book.
I mean, come on. What else could you ask for? I mean, come on. Doreen, really? Come on. I know it's a Harley Quinn book and we should see Harley Quinn, but come on.
Which one's Harley, baby?
Yes,
Dude, that cod piece that he's wearing under there, man.
But,
boy, oh boy.
Harley's on cover A. All the other ones are of different other couples.
Yeah, the other one, I like the other painted cover. It's not an incentive. It really pushes that whole pulp feel. Who the hell did it? Damn, I can't remember now. But I like that one better than this one. But they both have the same kind of feel to them, and they have that sort of like old, pulp romance thing. And this obviously has all kinds of comedy going on in it. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I see what you did there, Rudy. I see what you did.
The Superman is that Bill and Frank. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The whatever the one with Superman on it is. Whatever that cover is, that's the one I like a little better. It's just a regular priced cover, and I think it's done just a little nicer, but it's the same. It's that same sort of homage to the old romance pulps. It's hysterical. I mean, the whole idea is hysterical in the first place, and they got it right. This is the right feel. I would never in a billion years pay $25 for this thing, especially with a regular B cover that's just as good or better. That sort of does the same thing, but this is funny. I'll at least give it that.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe it was cover A.
Like I said, I think it's almost a perfect homage to like one of those romance books that middle-aged women like to buy and read, and and that has Fabio on the cover, because that's literally what it looks like.
Yeah, that bulge is something special right there.
Yeah, that's something else. This is a pass for me. Number one, it's just, yeah, there's no Harley Quinn on it. I get it. It doesn't have to always have Harley Quinn to be a good cover either.
She's the host. She's like Cain or Abel hosting House of Secrets or House of Mystery. It's Harley Quinn hosting the romances.
So I mean, art wise, it's all right, but it's kind of whatever.
It's a $10 book too, by the way.
That makes
like
sense.
Just the regular cover price is $10, so it's probably a square bound thing. The one by the way, is the B cover, David Talaski, the Superman cover that I like a little bit better. If anyone gives a shit,
I have to check out that one, but
it's better than this one. It does the same thing this one does, but I think in a better way.
Okay. Yeah, this is a pass for me.
It's funny though.
Oh, here we go. The new season of Bachelor. Here we go. Oh, and Jeff, come on. There you go.
Yet,
there you go.
Yet, Doreen. Yet.
Yeah.
Okay. When I say
Rating.
middle-aged women, I'm not talking about people who like geek and pop culture. Those people are like, they stuck in their homes.
Honestly, it would have been a better cover if it were Bill and Frank. By the way,
There
I
you
would
go.
I might have actually bought that.
That would have been cool.
All right. How about this one? David Nakayama, Batman Legends of Gotham, #1, a 1 in 10. Right? 1 in 10. This is something unheard of for DC. So, Mike.
I like that it's a 1 in 10. I think that's kind of a cool move. That's kind of a nice little nod to people. It's either that or they think there's no way in hell people are going to order more than 10, so they might as well do it with 10. But it's okay. I mean, it's rinse repeat Nakayama. It's not that Power Girl from last week, which was much better than this in the same kind of style. I just think he's better at doing women than he is at doing men. I mean, it's just sort of the way. It's just the way his style falls.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad cover. I mean, I get it, and he's become famous for this look, so it's okay. And at 1 in 10, to quote Jeff, I'm not mad at
it. Wait.
I was literally going to say that. Yeah, actually, this is a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit at least different and slightly better than some of his recent ones. And the only reason why I say that is because this guy actually has muscles. A lot of his drawings are they're very thin characters,
smooth, plasticky kind of characters.
Yeah. So I'm glad he's a little bulked up, and he actually has weapons on him, and he's not in the same stance that he's usually puts these characters in on these kind of covers. So I'll give him the credit, and the fact that it's 1 in 10, you can probably get this for cover price from some places.
Probably.
Yeah, I dig the cover actually, but there's a couple things that I don't like, and one, that arm. I mean, it's just that bicep's just way too huge, I think. And then also to the leg right by the sword. And again, it probably has to do with perspective, but it looks like that leg's a lot thinner than the other one because it's hiding behind the arm and you don't see like the follow through. But I do dig the cover. I like that, he's doing guys that are a little bit bulkier. And to your point, Jeff, like a lot of the characters that we see when he was doing it for Marvel, they were really thin. So it's good to see this, like that David's trying something different, or is, adding bulk when needed, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But I also agree with Apollo too. I mean, it's kind of missing the Hellfire Gala logo and stuff. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is like he doesn't draw a lot of muscles, so maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's just trying to draw a little bit differently, expanding himself. Yeah.
Just a little bit, Lord of Brooklyn. Just a little bit.
Yeah, don't call him chubby.
He's not chubby, but I mean, look at that.
He's husky.
I mean, look at that. What is that?
Remember the husky section at JCPenney?
You know what that looks like? That looks like
the mountain. Okay, he's not the mountain.
That looks like somebody who works out when I was in high school, and all they did was work out their upper body.
Yeah.
Okay, that's those people.
It reminds me of the Garfield quote: "I'm not overweight. I'm under tall."
There you go. All right. Oh man, see, look at that right here. Look at those arms of some serious 20-inch pythons. Yes, the Hulkster would be jealous.
Hello, he is a vigilante. Basically, he's got a bulk.
Yeah, I guess. All right, moving on to the next one, and this one's okay. This one caught me by surprise, and it caught me by surprise because it's a 1 in 350.
Holy.
What the
for a book that no one talks about. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night, number 2. And it's by Roy Allen Martinez. And this is the black and white for the cover A. And again, this is a 1 in 350. Now, I do say 1 in 350, but if you go League of Geek and check out the books that are coming out February 1st, find Silent Night, Deadly Night, it says incentive 1 350.
It can't be though.
There's no way.
It can't be. Midtown has it for $9
for the black and white. Unless League of Geek is doing something weird.
It must be like an FOC cover or something. There's just
that's why
way.
I picked it out. I was like, this is insane.
It's insane if it's 1 in 350. It looks great in color, actually. It looks like a Kelly Jones cover, kind of in color. I don't know if it looks that way in black and white, but it has that look to it. Or maybe like an old Nick Cardy cover, a little bit modernized. But I dig the color one. I'm never a big fan of black and whites overall, anyway. But it's cool to see the line work, though. If it's 1 in 350 and they're $9 at Midtown, I should buy them all.
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, just so you guys know, I mean, here, check it out. Okay, I mean, we're looking here. This is a regular cover, right?
Yep.
Cover A.
Yep.
And right here, if you hover over it, 1 in 350 black and white limited edition.
What? Maybe there's only 350 copies of it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Because it still says cover.
Right?
No, I think it might be 350 covers only.
Yeah, I think that's one of 350. No,
so are there 350 of that cover, the black and white cover?
Yeah, because otherwise it would be a colon, 1:350 rather than one slap. I think that's one of out of 350 copies.
Okay. And first of all,
and that's the limitation, as in limited edition. That's 350. That's the way
so
I'm
it's
thinking.
an LE of 350.
Which is actually, I mean, that's
there we go.
It has to be.
Maybe it's numbered. Yeah. Maybe.
I can't imagine it's 1 in 350 incentive, just because I don't think any shop in the whole freaking United States is ordering 350 copies of this.
No way.
There's just no way.
No.
And for a number 2,
it's also a Santa cover 2 months late.
Santa cover, and this is probably like D tier comic publisher.
I like that D tier. I like it.
D tier, yeah. I may even put it lower than that.
I was trying to be nice. I was going to say less than that, but I was like, let me be a little nice here. Yeah, there's no way. It's not incentive. There's no way. I won't believe that. And if it is,
that's got to be out of 350 copies. It has to be.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on then, since it's not an incentive. Okay, so it's only limited to 350.
I would just think it'd be a stupid business decision on their part.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, here we go. How about this one here? It's My Little Pony number 9, a 1 in 10 by Trish Forstner. So what do you guys think, Mike? And it's okay to be honest.
Oh, I mean, oh,
Thanks, Comic Chef.
God.
There you go.
I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a cool cover for what it is. Trish does no wrong when it comes to animation, but it's ponies, man. I just can't get on board. I can't do it, man. I've tried to, right? I'm an 80s baby. And like, you know, you toss like Rainbow Bright on a cover, I might bite, but like, I don't know. Just ponies seem weird to me. I mean, it's the whole brony thing. I'm just like actively trying to avoid like the plague. So, I mean, you know, yeah, it's a cool concept. The sort of shattered glass thing is cool. The shine on there is cool. I'm trying to be nice about it. It's not Trish's fault. You know, I get that there's a market for this stuff. It's just not me. That's for sure. So, I mean, it could be the most amazing piece of art in the world. I still wouldn't want any part of it. So I'm gonna pass on further comment. Trish, I love you no matter what you do. So it's not your fault that you're on My Little Pony.
Oh, there you go. Mike Mojo Quid also agrees with you here.
I'm going to say one thing about Trish, though. She is not doing an Ewoks #1 cover. She was not asked to do one, or she is not currently doing one, but she posted a picture of one that she fucking did anyway on her Instagram, and it blows all the other covers away. You should go over to her Instagram page and at least like the image if you like it. It's amazing. It's exactly what all of us who grew up with the cartoon wanted on our cover A, and she drew it, and it's absolutely incredible. So you should go check that out. Really, really good.
Oh, Mike, did you see this comment?
That's also true. That's also true. She knows how I feel about ponies. We've talked about all this, she and I. She knows how I feel about ponies.
Cohiba, I think it is a puppy. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
She even tried to, sorry, I don't mean to bogart the conversation, but she even tried to get me to read. I guess there's a crossover with Transformers, My Little Pony and Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, surely at least you'll buy that one. And I'm like, probably not. So she did her due diligence trying to get me to read Pony, like sort of incidentally through Transformers, and it still didn't work.
You were still like, no.
Yes, still no.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, My Little Pony's not my thing, but art-wise, it's okay. It's good. Look, it's a 1 in 10, so it's going to be hard to find. It's a kid's book. It's not going to be. You're not going to find many in great shape.
That's true.
It's just one of those things that if you're if you're a My Little Pony reader, you're a brony, these are books that you have to get. Okay, these 1 in 10s. And look, especially for My Little Pony, at least you know what you're getting. Like the art is usually pretty consistent. The covers are pretty consistent in the sense of they're good. But they all kind of have that same animation type. So it's just, you know, for me, it's a pass, but obviously if you're a My Little Pony fan, this is a yes. And I like the little callbacks, like they're all the symbols on there. Those are part of like the little My Little Ponies, like symbols, and they're named and stuff, like the apple and the butterfly. Yeah. So that's cool. I like all that. Okay. Yes, I know a little bit about My Little Ponies.
Yeah. And no cream here, Mark.
No, none.
We say it how it is, you know.
Yeah, she knows.
I like her Darkwing Duck.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that Ewoks, dude. I want her to print that thing anyway. Like, even if it's illegal, take the Marvel symbol off and just print that Ewoks cover anyway. I don't really care.
And for me, I think like the shattered glass is very distracting from the art itself, and I think we could probably do a little bit less of it. Or if it's torn pages or whatever, like the lines here, that's kind of or maybe it's a diamond or something. I don't know, but it is very distracting, and I find that it's like it just doesn't look right.
I don't know if it's shattered glass. I think they are just shiny points or shine that's reflecting, and that's what I think it is. But that's just my opinion.
Yep. All right, moving on to the next one. I don't know what Mike might say, but I'd like to hear what Jeff would say for Vampirilla Year 1, number 5, a 1 in 30. So this is the Virgin variant of one of her other covers, by Selena. And Jeff, please comment on the Sears catalog picture here.
They even have a Sears prop now from Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it's regardless of the background, just because it's Selena's thing now. It's kind of like, oh, so she's gonna have all the Sears backgrounds. Okay. Art wise, the character itself, awesome. The skull is freaking awesome. This is so here's what I usually say is if I see a Virgin cover and it's pretty expensive, I'm always gonna pass if there's a one with a trade dress on it. Okay. This is not one of those times where I go, oh, I'll just get the trade dress. No, I like the Virgin cover as well because it takes up the whole space almost. It doesn't leave much room for a trade dress anyways. So that's where I enjoy Virgin covers. So this is one of those. What can I say? There's nothing. She can never draw a woman's body wrong, and the eyes are always killer for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and there's not all the details on her from the boots, the wrinkle in the boots. It's all there. There's nothing. I can never say anything wrong about her art. So yeah, this is awesome. And for 1 in 30, you're definitely. How many stores do you know ordering 30 copies of this?
0.
It's gonna be a ghost, and it's a beautiful ghost.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
I mean, I honestly don't think you even need me to talk. I've said it all so many times about this artist. She is my favorite right now. She is just my favorite. I think I'm going to quote Trish Forstner actually on this. She's a sorcerer. Like this is sorceress, whatever. To be able to do this with pastel is absolutely unbelievable to me. And the thing is like, I know what size this thing is too. Like the detail on it's just like 11 by 17 paper, which is unreal to me that level of detail can exist with pastel. I mean, this is just exquisite work. I don't care the fact there's no background. I'm also with Jeff. I like it with no trade dress. I really would like to have this as a Virgin. The trade dress version has the Vampirella logo going behind her head. So it doesn't, so it's there up on top, but her image is in front of it. So that's good. At least
that's good.
The skull pedestal is fantastic. Her anatomical understanding is ridiculously perfect. The hair, the eyes, the look, the attitude, it's just crazy good. I mean, we're spoiled with this stuff. This is gallery level art on a comic book. Dynamite shouldn't even be allowed to use her art. Like they're not good enough for her.
Honestly, if you've never read a comic book, you've never heard of Vampirella or read Sonya or any of those characters that she draws, and you just saw this picture, you would just think it was a not a photograph, but just a lithograph.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Like that's how I look at her art, and that's above level than most other artists.
It's so good. This blows everything away. This is even better than the Malieve for me for the week.
This is the best cover I've seen so far.
This is spoiler alert: the trade dress version wins cover fire this week.
Oh, there you go.
For obvious reasons, all the reasons.
But the fact is they put the trade dress behind her. That makes it a bonus because it doesn't interfere with the artwork.
Right, because no matter what, even if they shrunk it and put it down in a corner, it still would have obscured something.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. No, I agree wholeheartedly with you guys. I mean, the thing for me, it's like her eyes in this piece of art is amazing. I love how they're like haunting, and I love the detail in the skulls. It's fantastic. Again, we know with Selena that we're not getting the background, we're getting that Sears backdrop. But everything else, I mean, it's solid. I mean, it's a fantastic cover. So yes, I will definitely be picking this one up for sure.
Keep in mind that she's churning about 4 covers out a month. So she's usually doing one exclusive, either a Vampirella or a Red Sonia for like 616. She's doing a Vampirella. She's doing at least one Red Sonia, sometimes 2, and Barbarella. So
Yeah,
she's
that's
doing
crazy.
4 or 5 covers a month with this much detail. I don't
Ah.
even know.
I don't know if she can.
So honestly, actually, if you go to her website,
Yeah.
you will see her having drawn animals, and they're possibly even better than her women.
Yeah, but they're they're ultra realistic.
Yeah. I don't think there's any ponies, but there's like a tiger on there and lions and shit. It's pretty crazy.
Oh man.
I will
Right.
say one thing about this. She
Mhm.
does look a little young. Just slightly.
No, come
A
on.
little
I don't
younger
think
than
so.
usual.
I
Her
don't
face.
think so. Yeah, maybe just a little younger than usual, but not
Yeah.
like
No,
Harley Quinn.
not
like
Harley
Quinn,
Quinn.
12-year-old. No.
No.
All
This
right.
is still passable.
I believe this may do it for for our
Incentive?
incentives for this week. I mean, it's a
Oh boy.
it's a pretty light week, to be perfectly honest.
It is. It's a light week.
You know,
for
and
everything.
a lot of those incentives were just, well, let's just say terrible.
Yeah, they were bad. And we skipped
yeah.
even more.
So I
we
wanted to
skipped
end on a
even
good
more.
note. So that's Selena right there.
Yeah, thank you.
Save your money this week.
Yeah, just buy the Selena and be done.
Yep.
So that's
all right, guys. Let us move into our store exclusives. So these are the exclusives that are on those brick and mortar or online stores. Our first one here is for 8 Billion Genies, where you can get at El Rey Comics or Hive Comics. Both of them are $25. You can get one or the other for $25, and each of them are limited at 444. And look who's back, Big Rob, coming back for El Rey.
Oh, we got
Ray.
sound.
Oh, with sound.
Yeah, it took me
Man.
about 20 years to dig through many files to figure out the mic. So
Well, there you go. There you go. So we have one by Joseph Schmalk, and the other one by Jason Lynch, which is a homage to Last of Us. And just as an FYI, over at Hive Comics, I didn't check at El Rey, but the Last of Us homage is sold out at Hive.
I knew it.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
it's the Last of Us.
All right. So Mike, what are your thoughts? One or the other? I mean, just let me know what you think.
The Schmalky I don't like. I like the concept. It doesn't hit for me. There's not enough contrast, so it just kind of looks like a mess. I get what's going on, but I don't like that I have to try so hard to figure out what's going on. So that's a miss for me. The Last of Us homage is well done. It's a nice way to not make this look like every other 8 Billion Genies cover. That, I mean, if you look at the regular covers this week, they all look the fucking same, every single one of them, and they all look like all the other issues. Whereas this one at least has a different look, and it's because you know what it is. You know that it's something else, which is cool. So you get the font right and the layout right. So yeah, if I have to choose, I'm choosing the 8 Billion Genies, the Last of Us one that is well done. But I'm not paying $25 for any of these. It looks too similar to the regular covers. I'll just buy an A cover at the end of the day. Is this the end? This is the last issue, right?
This is the last issue, sir.
Okay, yeah. So this is I've been buying just the A covers, second prints when they exist. I'll just do the same this time because they're all just so similar. I was a moron and missed the original Trish Forstner Mario 3 yellow one. I got the black one, so at least I got one of them. But since I've kind of been butthurt about this whole book ever since missing that one.
What? You don't say.
So
don't say.
So it's my own stupid fault for going, that'll be available. Whoops.
All right, Big Rob, since you're back and gracing us with your presence after that debacle, which one would you buy? What are your thoughts on the covers?
By the way, all the other covers I missed, they're all trash.
The Selena? Come on.
All of them.
Because he didn't get to see or
part of it? Okay.
say anything on them.
Obviously, the 8 Billion Genies is cute. It's an homage to Last of Us, so that's going to always capture your attention, right? Especially if you're watching the show or you play the game. That's going to get your money. The other one's kind of cool, too. I do like the Doctor Strangelove reference of dropping down with the bomb towards the city. I'm not sure exactly what's the scenario, like why is this happening and all that, but it's cool. It catches your eye. It's very pop art. So they're both really cool covers. I do like them both. And if I had to choose, I gotta go with the Last of Us homage. It's more pop culture central right now, especially really very what's going on today, right? I actually watched the first episode finally, so I dig it, and that's the one I want to pick. And the art, the art is more simpler than The Last of Us. The nuclear or the bomb one is more complicated, but it's just the homage gets you.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah. So the one on the left, the Smoky,
Schmuck.
Schmoke.
Smoky.
Schmuck.
It looks like two different types of drawings. Just the background and then the actual bombs and characters. I don't like that white outline. It just it's weird. So it looks like they don't belong on there.
The
white outlines of the characters and the bombs, right?
Yeah, that's the pop art part.
Yeah, it is pop art-ish, but it also feels like it's separated from the backdrop. Hey, Dio. Yeah, but for me, obviously, I would pick The Last of Us. Obviously, I like the show. I like the everything about it. It is very 8 billion genies type of art, but at least it's a cool homage and it's different from like Mike said, different from the other ones. For $25 at limited edition of 444, I don't think it's necessarily a bad price either.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not necessarily a bad price. It would. That's why I'm not surprised it sold out. I would think if it was another store other than Hive or maybe like Bird City, I probably would think that's a $35 to $40 book that they would try to sell at.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right. How about this one right here? And again, this is Big Rob's favorite image for Zoe Lachey. It's Something That's Killing the Children, number 29, and you can find over at Trinity Comics. It's limited to 400 copies at a cost of $25. Big Rob, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like the Gestapo picture.
Yes, you do.
I don't know. It's cool, but it's also not good art in a way. It's interesting. I like the dragon. I don't remember. Well, the dragon is a big part, an icon of the thing. But for some reason, when I think of this comic book, I don't think of a dragon. I think of the girl. I think of the monsters. I think of the kids. So the dragon just piqued my interest, but in general, I just don't like the art. It doesn't really. It's not my taste, I guess. What's the pin that the needle, not clothespin?
I think it might be an art choice, sir.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is this a religious connotation? Arrows everywhere in her body. I don't know. Are they from this is? Is there an end to this story? Because from what I read the last synopsis, it feels like there's an end coming. So
you keep hoping for it to end in 30. It ain't happening.
Really,
I read the synopsis for the last one, for the new one, and it sounds like there's an end. So is this a reference to that? I'm not sure, but it's interesting. But it's just the art itself is not good enough for me. So I wouldn't pay $25. It is limited to 400, so it's going to sell out because it's Something's Killing the Children. So I guess it's okay in general.
Okay, Jeff.
I think someone mentioned it earlier. This is like tattoo art.
Oh, Apollo, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is very tattoo art like. I can't figure out like the words for this type of art, like because that doll looking figure. It's I can't remember, but what I'm thinking about. But it's okay. I don't mind it. Good night.
Good night.
I don't mind it just for the simple fact that it is so different from every other Something Is Killing the Children cover. Maybe not the best art exactly, but it's also not that bad.
It's not bad, but we've seen worse. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a couple of choices I don't necessarily like, but I dig the dragon and Erica kind of wrapped up. I dig that whole part.
Mm-hmm.
The two faces on the bottom maybe need a little different contrast or something, but yeah, it's okay. I don't know if this is not be in my collection, but it's okay. If someone gave this to me, I wouldn't be upset.
Hey, Mike, this is to Dale from Doreen.
Oh. Doreen says, good night, little one. Good night, Doreen. Say good night.
Doreen. She heard it.
Okay, buddy. Have a good one. I'll be up a little later, okay? All right, pal.
All right, Mike.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
No worries. Hey, family first.
So, yeah, I mean, it's all the same things for me. It looks a little static. But, you know, like Jeff was trying to say, like they look sort of just like porcelain dolls, which is sort of cool and gets that tattoo look in a lot of ways. So it nails that. And so in this case, I like that it has a plain background. I kind of wish it were just Erica and the dragon and not those weird floaty heads.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially since I really don't like the floaty head on the left.
I was about to say.
It's not a great one. The more doll-like one on the right is okay, but the one on the left is not good. So it's too bad that didn't get left off. So there are some choices I don't love. Overall, the art is cool in its own aesthetic. If you like Zoe's work, then I can see liking this cover. But it's a little too static for me. With this much movement in the subject matter, I want to see that fluidity, and I'm not seeing it. It looks too static to me. So this is a pass for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. How about this one here? It's Cosmic Ghost Rider #1. And it's by Raza. You can find this at KRS, Mutant Beaver, Eastside Comics, or the Comic Mint. And it is limited to 600. And that's 600 for the set because the Virgin's limited, right? Limited. And the set will set you back $50. All right. Jeff.
I'm not going to mention the limited edition number.
You just did, and that's enough. We're all thinking it. Everybody's thinking it.
Okay, I like Raza, but I don't know if I necessarily like this one. There's parts of this I like. Okay, I definitely like the Ghost Riders, the Cosmic Ghost Riders head. That's cool. That whole part right there. I'm okay with some of the color choices and rendering of the character itself. However, I think it's too washed with the beams. What this is supposed to, this feels like a homage to like Punisher, right?
It is homage to Punisher #1, the limited series. Like
everything from the text to the trade and everything. So it all feels that way, but it's even not necessarily like a good homage to it. And like I said, it's too washed at the bottom. So I'm gonna pass. Actually, the whole thing's kind of washed. I wish it was more detailed color wise, or at least stand out a little more contrast.
Okay, Mike.
I like it actually, but I will not support lies of limitation. I certainly will not support $50 price tag on a book that doesn't deserve it. This would be cool as hell if it were just like a 1 in 25 incentive, or if it were a 1 in 10, or even better yet, just a B cover. I would probably buy this cover. I like it, and Raza is very hit or miss for me. When it looks like it's retouched photography, I hate it and I cry lazy on those. This one does not feel that way. This feels like Raza at his sort of better side, doing the actual work, and I like it. I agree with Jeff. It looks a little too washed out. I got the homage right away. Maybe not everyone will. I think it's actually the gunfire that did it for me. And actually, believe it or not, the #1 in a 5-issue limited series up at the top.
Yep.
Oddly enough, really does harken back to that Punisher series. So I think they got the homage part right. I think the art is good. And if it were basically if it weren't a store exclusive, I would probably want it. But because I have to put my money where my mouth is, I refuse to support lying in this industry any longer. It's enough is enough. Stop trying to screw your customers. Just be honest and transparent and sell some damn comic books, will you please?
Yeah. All right, Big Rob.
And I lied. What's up?
No, I was going to say just for the chat. I mean, if you're just kind of tuning in for the first time or kind of been on the show and kind of heard us talk about this, these particular retailers, we know that Marvel has certain amounts that these retailer stores need to have. So the trade dress is usually supposedly 3,000, and then the Virgin is normally 1,000. So you get that and they're saying again that it's supposed to be spread across all of these resellers, that it's only going to be this limited amount. But what happens to all of this? I mean, if they're only selling the set, or which includes a Virgin, they're saying that the Virgin's limited to 600 when it really should be limited to 1,000. So that's where we get, talking about like, what's really happening? Are they showing us? I mean, will they show them burn these books? Are they going to appear on Whatnot or eBay or something as a warehouse find? I mean, it's just stuff like that we kind of talk about. So just as an FYI, you guys.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry about that, but just
there's also the point that I think they have the option of printing a lower amount, but the cost goes a lot higher for them, I think. But I don't even know if that's a thing with Marvel. I know
it's not.
See, that's a difference.
It's not.
Yeah.
You can do it if you do a reprint of it, or if you do a third cover, like if there's a black and white version of this or something, then I think you can do 500. Oh. But you cannot do it with the first round. It has to be 3,000, 1,000. It is the same for DC. So there's 400 copies out there that are, and then not to mention the other 2,400 trade dress ones. Where are those all going? It's underhanded shit. Look, nobody would be mad at you if on your website you said 600 available for the public. We're saving 200 for San Diego Comic-Con. 100 are going off to CGC, and we're going to put 100 on our Whatnot. I'd all be like, okay, perfect. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Or honestly, just be honest and be like, dude, we think this is going to be a hot book. We're holding 100 of them back for ourselves so we can make money later. Who would be mad at that? I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be so happy that they were honest about it. I might actually buy the damn book.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Big Rob, go ahead, please.
So yeah, I'm not gonna add too much. I like to call him the quadrant of doom. These four, it's the same companies over and over who lie about it. But yeah, I agree. I wish the Instagram filter was not on this picture of the wash. I would like more contrast. If this had contrast, like I actually see the richness of the colors. This would be a badass fucking cover. Yeah, I would recommend making that trade dress a little smaller. I don't hate the trade dress. It's just a little smaller. It covers up a little bit too much of the art. I do like the old school Marvel note on top left with the limited 5-issue limited series thing. So I would want more of the Virgin to actually see the art, but it had a contrast. Oh my god, this would be such a great cover. But it doesn't, and it doesn't have none of that stuff. So it's a fail in general.
I like the corner box, actually. I kind of dig the corner box art.
Yeah, the corner box art I like. I like how you drew the Space Ghost Rider on the actual little corner box art. So
Space Ghost
from coast to coast. Cool. Yeah, $50 too.
I like that. Yep, bring back the corner box. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Sorry for my rant, everyone. I'll stop doing that.
Yeah, no worries. And honestly, I like to trade better because of the homage, right? You get the homage here because of the trade dress, the box,
I like both,
the 1 in 5. I mean, it's nice. All right. Yeah. How about this one here? The Last Ronin Lost Years. This one's by PJ. I'm not even gonna try. With a limited edition of 800 and a cost of $25. And you can find this one here at Bird City Comics.
Katakutan.
Is it Katakutan? Okay. You say that again, Big Rob?
Katakutan.
All right. Just for that, you can go first. Hit me with it.
I like the next cover more, but it's okay. This cover is very when I see it, I think of Christmas, right? Because of the snow and the trees, how they're drawn and stuff. But it's supposed to be more of a like what's that word? What's that term they use when it's like you're not aware of being taken a picture of you?
Hmm.
It's like Bigfoot.
Candid?
Candid. It's a candid image of
Mm.
the turtle walking across. That's what it feels like to me. Like a candid moment, a picture of this character just walking across a forest during the snow. So it's kind of blurry. I get his point. In general, it's okay. Is it worth $25? No, but it's okay. Limited to 800. So and is it a $6 book in general?
7, I think.
7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's all right. It's not, to me. It's not worth the extra pickup because I really just get the other one, the next one. But in general, it's okay. The art, he got what he wanted out of this art. So
Drink, everybody.
I haven't used that a lot, so I gotta use it. So yeah, it's cool.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm assuming PJ is Filipino.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Or maybe Indonesia. I don't know.
Well, maybe. I actually had thought this was maybe a Wolverine homage because I could see this being Wolverine right in the middle of that whole thing in the middle of Canada.
Oh yeah, what is the? That's a Weapon X cover. It's the Weapon X cover where he's walking through the snow. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. More like, except obviously the character's facing us, but so that's cool. It's actually drawn. I actually like the art itself. $25. It's a heart. That's not a bad price. I don't think it's a bad price for LE of 800. I don't know how many store exclusives there are out there for this Last Ronin, so that would determine if I thought this was really worth it. I think the art itself though is really good. This is my type of art, so I would take it.
Yeah.
All right. And what about you, Mike?
I'm assuming is the Hayek Lee in here? Or no, maybe not. I don't want to spoil anything. So there's another exclusive I like better than this one. I think that's the one Rob was referring to as well.
Oh yeah.
But I do like this one too. I like the movement of the snow. I like that the background keeps on going. There's multiple layers of trees, so there's great depth. There's a really good foreground placement, so that you get this depth perception, which is cool. The rendering's done well. It's framed nicely. It's a very good cover, and I think it's a pretty good deal for a book that I think is $7 or it might even be a $7.99 book. I'm not really sure. To get an exclusive, a lower printed exclusive for $25, it's a pretty damn good deal for a good cover like this. The only issue I have with it is I like other covers better. If this were the only game in town, I might be tempted to buy this one. But because there's a cover actually from the same shop that I like better than this one, I'm going to go with that one instead. But I like this. This is a solid piece. This is done really well, and yeah, it's a good deal. Right. I think.
So let's move on to that cover then, shall we? And it is here by In-hyuk Lee. It's again The Last Ronin, Lost Years. You can find it at Bird City Comics, LE of $1,500, with the same cost at $25. All right, Jeff, lay it on me.
Concept is great, executed great. I love the fact that it's so you get what this book is by looking at this image. Last Ronin, you see the Last Ronin in color, and you see the ghosts of the other 3 turtles. So I love that imagery. It looks like they're both statues. I like that. Matter of fact, they probably could make a statue of this and this would sell.
Yep.
God, this is the one that I really liked, and I saw what was it, a couple weeks ago, right? So yeah, this is awesome. This is homaging something. I can't. What is it?
Is it?
I'll figure it out sooner or later. But I really dig this one. This is one of In-hyuk Lee has not been as great lately as I liked him to be, and this is yes. This is a yes.
Yeah, this is
all day. I'll let them give you more details.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, this is the one, of course, that I was talking about, and I think Rob was too. This is a great cover. I really like this one a lot. I think it's the best cover for the book, to be honest, of everything that's out there. I do like the ghosts in the back. I like that it looks like a statue. I like the color. You're right. You're totally right on, Jeff. This is back to true form for Hayek Lee, which he's been a little off his game lately. It's nice that this is this is going to be like a nice glossy cover, I assume, and it's going to look great in person, I would assume. And it's a great deal at $25. Even though the limitation is worse than the other one, I'd rather have this book.
Okay.
The details
Big
are
Rob?
magnificent in this.
Yeah, they really, really are. I think this is done really well.
All right. So the reason this works because this idea already exists. Somebody already did it. So that's why everybody looks. Oh, this is really familiar.
Yeah.
So can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
All right.
Do it.
Let me see here. I'm working off one laptop, so let's see here. Okay. So let me know if you see it. Okay. So this is there is a statue.
It is a statue.
Wow.
No wonder.
Okay.
The
It
last
was,
one
it
is
was
Supreme.
creepy in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where he got the idea from. So
Oh, this is a dope statue.
That's incredible.
yeah, it's a $1,600 statue too. So if you're interested.
Damn.
It's a pretty bad. I saw it at San Diego Comic-Con. It's a pretty badass statue.
That's a big and heavy statue, that's for sure.
So this is why I instantly like this cover. It's a great cover to pair up with the statue.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely interested. I think they're still available right on the website.
Yeah, I was just checking that just now. I think they are.
Yeah, because they printed quite a bit for $1,500, so they're still available. Yeah, it's a win because, like I said, that's already a proven idea, and he did it. And there's also the old one from the last run from their first. There is a 3 ghost behind him, but it's a different, not the same scenario as this. It's like on the steps, but it's like it's the same. That idea already exists in the original Ronin run, so it's been done. So it's but the art is great. It's Lee's art. His art is awesome. He always works. I wish he would have done the ghost blue instead of the white. That would have been probably better in general. But it's still a win. It's definitely the cover of the week. Is the last one is supposed to come out this week in particular?
Wow.
No?
Guys, the set, if you buy both of those exclusives from Bird City, they're $35 for both.
I'm getting both. I'm getting both because
And,
I want both.
TNA
Just as an FYI, also just James, I got it pulled up. I'm gonna just kind of show everybody real quick. Here it is. Oops, hold on.
What? Chip?
Yeah. That was cool.
With Inhyuk Lee's homaging, the Aaron Bartling cover.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, that was the last running one. Yeah.
The
That's
original run.
Homaging.
Okay. The first run.
So
Yeah.
that's the original concept. Then the statue took it from this, and then I can kind of combine both.
There you go.
I don't
Thanks,
mind the
James.
color of the ghost. It works for the coloring.
It's different, I guess, but
The
I like
shading.
more the other color though.
I get it.
Oh, and Big Rob, Sam I Am wants to know,
No.
do you have that statue?
I want to. I'll love to have that. I'm thinking of buying the statue, but I don't know if it's that one. But
I think he needs to buy a home first.
yeah, that statue is pretty much as big as a Rockweiler. So
All right. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here we go. This one's just recently announced. It's by Kyle No. It's from Unknown Comics, Antihero Gallery, and 616. I don't know what the LE is for it, but the cost is $30 for the set. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's just okay. It's a cool stylized style. I like the Bronco, even though it's unbranded. That's what that is. It's okay. It doesn't feel like an exclusive to me. It just sort of looks like a good cover. It's a little washed out for me too. I think these characters could have been done better on a cover. It's a cool perspective and stuff. There's great talent on this cover, but it just doesn't hit for me. It's just sort of okay.
Okay. Big Rob?
yeah, I guess in general the same. But the washout kind of kills it. This kind of the pencils, but with your favorite artist, Besh art or colors. the actual best colors on top of the particular art, not her art, but her colors on top of this art will be dope. I think. I think gamers will be attracted to this cover because it reminds me a lot of video game art in general. There's just the way the art looks, the way he drew it is very video game-ish art. I like it.
Apollo.
I know.
I'm not reading the comments because I'm working on one screen
He'd
here.
rather spend the $30 on 2 dozen eggs than this.
Brown eggs too. So I like the truck though. I like the this different and put it in a pickup truck there in the background. So it's cool in general. $30. It's not. Is it for both covers?
Yeah, that's for the set.
It's a pretty good price.
Yeah, that's a good price to be honest. So I wonder if it's very limited too. I guess, but we all know that's BS in general. But it's still, if the number is what it says it is, we'll see. But it's cool. $30. You can. It's not a fail really.
All right, and what are your thoughts, Jeff?
I pretty much agree with both of them. When I think of Spider-Gwen as a character, I always think of bright colors. They're very distinct brightness of her costume, how white it is, how hot pink it is. It's just the brightness and it's probably a reflection of the character herself, right? And I just don't like this muted stuff. So, or the washed look. I get the stylization. I get that it's supposed to be a little more hip hop, supposed to be a little more street. It's okay. I like the lines are okay. The lines are great. I dig the kicks. Yeah. So, but the coloring needs to be better. The rendering needs to be a little bit better.
Okay.
I like that there's detail inside the hood though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, the lines are great in this.
There's a lot of detail in the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Truck has a ton of detail.
Ditto. I like the high tops.
I actually like the Dr. Octopus
her design
Gwen clone a lot better than I like the Spider Gwen or the Ghost Spider.
Yeah, there's
I feel like this character represents more of the Ghost Spider or Spider Gwen like personality because she's smiling. She's, again, to your point, Jeff, like she's always this character that's full of energy and just very happy. And that character of Dr. Octopus, I think, kind of shows that. And it should be the other way around. I mean, it should be the main character, Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider.
I think that this was on FOC this week, right? The regular just run on Diamond. And I think I saw some cool character. I like her character design, the octopus female character. So she has some. Yeah, there were some great covers with her on the cover.
Really?
Right.
What's with you guys in the comments?
Better slang some eggs on whatnot, baby.
No, the one above it, the Brooklyn BK for life comment.
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
Oh man. Okay, I deserve that one.
Yeah. All right, and that does it for our store exclusives. All right, look at that. All right, Mike. Besides cover lovers, where else can we find you?
I assume that after people hear my rants on this show, they never want to read my articles.
Oh, they do, man. It's great. Your articles are great.
So Cover Fire drops every Tuesday. So check that out tomorrow, late morning on CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com. I already spoiled, if you've been watching, I've already spoiled the winner for the week because I can never help myself. But there's some, even though it's a light week, there's a couple of really great covers this week. So check out Cover Fire for my non-exclusive, non-incentive choices for the week. They're just A and B cover price covers. Cover Tunes, as I've mentioned in weeks past, will be returning. Not this week, but the following week. So February, it kicks back in gear. And I've got a bunch of ideas lined up. This is really just kind of a random choice of covers that I like that I think are underrepresented in the market. And I just kind of want to remind people that I think they're cool. And if you think they're cool too, that's awesome. Please, always, I love comments. I love to chat with you guys in the comment section. So please drop a line, and I'd be happy to just have a conversation with you there. It's really fun for me. So go over to CBSI, comicbookinvest.com every week for your Wednesday warrioring needs. and we got you covered.
That's right. I love your stuff, Mike, and I'm looking forward to Cover Tunes. I can't wait for the article.
Yep, it's on the way back. Finally.
All right.
Woo-hoo.
And then for our upcoming shows, we have tomorrow we have Comic Book Women Market Report. So tune in to Nearing Nerdvana tomorrow, and I believe the show starts at 6:35. And we also have this is a mistake. Guess what? Mondo Mail Call on Wednesday. Guess what? We have Batmite. That's right. We have Doreen on the show. So definitely looking forward to that for sure. So Doreen, I hope you have your polls ready. I mean, we're gonna learn a little bit more about Miss Batmite right over here. And then
Over under on 5 DC books.
Over.
I say 15. And then we also have Nearing Nerdvana variety show on Friday, and we also have Long Story Short on Thursday. So don't forget about that. And then we also have Big Rob. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, Saturday morning toy box. Join me, Jeff, Steve, and Charlie. We just geek out about toys. We'll review this week's solicitations, pre-orders, new releases, and on the just Toy World on Sideshow, we're talking NECA, Hasbro, Mattel, all the new stuff for us oversized kids. Well, I'll keep bringing up to date what's coming out this week. There's always a ton of stuff every week. Saturday morning on the West Coast, which is at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. on the East Coast. But it is my birthday weekend.
Oh,
I'm not going to be here. So it's up to Jeff. Steve,
Wait, we're still doing a show?
and Charlie if they want to execute this particular episode this Saturday. So
wow! Happy
I'm gonna
birthday!
get
Wait,
that.
are you turning the big 5-0?
No, I'm not that old. I'm turning
Thanks.
21, bro. I'm gonna get my first drink.
Oh, yeah, 21. All right.
For 2.
Yes. For the 20th time.
21 times 2 plus 1. There you go.
All right. And as always, we have a couple announcements for cover price. Don't forget to use code Nerdvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. So don't forget to sign up and also save 10% off your purchase at Bird City Comics using code TNH10 at checkout. And look at that. There we go. Come on, what's wrong for being in your 50? That's right, Big Rob. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, Big
I'm
Rob.
almost there. Don't
See,
worry.
my comment earlier now seems like a nicer comment.
But middle age. Yep.
Hey, I'm middle aged too. I'm in the same category.
All right, come on, Big Rob. What's up?
So you go to thiswaygeek.com and you type in the word Team Nerdherd when you buy one of his beautiful shelves that Jeff has behind him. And for your Funko Pops, and you save 10% with the code word Team Nerdherd on your first purchase of his Funko Pop plates.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
man, nice.
All
All right, so that does it for our show. All right, guys. Thank you so much, panel. Thank you so much, chat, for joining us. It's been great. Any last words, guys?
No, just don't forget, Big Rob and myself will be doing a Near Mint Sundays in March over here in Anaheim, California.
Comic book show, best in Southern California. We'll talk about it more.
Right,
one day
damn
closer.
right. All right, Mike, please take us out, sir.
No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Maybe.
If you want to do it right, cover horse for life.